Coffee is for leaders.
Hallelujah. My belief in leadership is everybody's supposed to be a leader in my team. Doesn't matter you are a low-level team member or high-level team member. We got to empower them to be leaders.
Max, thank you so much for coming on the show. Honored to have you. You are the founder and CEO of 7th Online. You founded 7th Online in 1999. Tell us why you founded it and your journey as being CEO of this company. It's an incredible journey. Well done.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be on your call, on your program. So before 7th Online, I was working in the retail industry on the IT side of the business. And I realized there was a lot of inefficiencies in the retail industry, particularly on the supply chain side of the business. The inventory problems. Everybody have experienced a lot of leftover, and also customers often couldn't find their sizes, the products they like to purchase. So that led to me and the other team members of our business to start 7th Online to help retailers to improve their inventory decisions.
How's it going? How has the business evolved? I'm sure it's evolved quite dramatically. How have you managed that evolution? And what have you learned about leadership during that time?
Yeah, so we have evolved quite a bit. We started from 800 square feet office. Now we have multiple offices globally with some of the most reputable retail brands like Birkenstock, Calvin Klein, Tommy Hilfiger, Patagonia, and our product started from a very small part of supply chain planning, now cover the full spectrum of multi-channel inventory planning and production decisions. Talking about leadership, I guess it starts from recruiting some of the best and the brightest people from the industry, both from the retail side as well as from the technology side. So over the years, we always work very hard to attract, and recruit and retain some of our core team members here in the U.S. as well as overseas. And then my belief in leadership is everybody's supposed to be a leader in my team. Doesn't matter you are a low-level team member or high-level team member. We got to empower them to be leaders in each areas they play their roles in. So that's I think what I learned over the years and how I managed to grow our business.
What does a typical day look like for you?
We, talking about coming in, strategize on additional product development, right? And constant improvement. Everybody talk about AI. We studied AI 25 years ago. Some of our team members was leading AI practice for some global consultancy firms to drive AI practices. So, every day we try to use, latest and the greatest technology to help the industry. And then we look at each customer case. We try to understand how to deliver best value, both from customer acquisition side as well as customer success point of view. So constantly delivering value, that's what we actually work all day long. In fact, we have a customer from Germany been sitting here for the whole day, and we address, try to, exhaust our efforts, figure out, what are the best ways to really help them to improve their supply chain decision-making process.
How are you thinking about AI and how are you integrating that into your company?
Yeah, so since we started AI a long time ago, AI has been our DNA. We embed all the AI capabilities along the supply chain processes. From a long-range plan, we have AI help our customers to forecast 5 years out, right? And we also have AI, for instance, in size capability. Size capability is one of the most difficult problem to solve in the fashion industry. So how you can deliver the appropriate, the customer matching size profile for each retail location has been a holy grail of the challenge for the retail industry. So we have AI module specifically for that. Versus right now, most of people talk about AI is large language model. That's just one of many, many AI methodologies. We do have that, but we also have deployed all kind of AI embedded into our different product modules. Different business cases may require different AI capabilities and algorithms. So we've been aggressively, iteratively developing all these AI capabilities over the past 25 years.
That's incredible. Are you shocked by how the growth of it and how the wide adoption of it now and how it's the number one topic everyone in the world is talking about? Like, what do you think of it as a technology?
Yeah, I think it's a great thing for us. For a lot of people been investing in AI, give you a negative side of this story. About 20 years ago, some of the people didn't like us, call us the science guys, not as a compliment. Today, I love to be called the science guys. So the current AI drive actually made AI more visible, more legitimate, right? Versus 15, 20 years ago, it was like a pie in the sky. So right now, it's actually a great time for a company like us who have invested in AI over a long period of time. So I think we are looking at AI in very different ways than 2 years ago, 5 years ago, with all these new methodologies made available to us. So not only make the industry and the world more receptive to AI, also for technology companies to have additional options at our fingertip to improve the technology offerings. So it's a great thing for us.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, I could see how that would be useful for you, right? As you've been working on it for so long, and now the whole world is catching up.
That's right. Yeah, and I wouldn't call catch up. It made the awareness stronger, right? Made people to really thinking what they should do. Give you an example. In the retail industry, one of the biggest challenges has been everybody use Excel. I'm not saying Excel is not a good tool, but Excel has some problems. People have different versions and is error prone and doesn't give the corporations a unified view. But with AI, if you live with Excel all day long, you are not getting closer to AI. So the first, people have to think how to really move on to a systematic approach versus disconnected information flow, right? Excel create data silos. So this way, it actually helps individual businesses to have another try to embrace information highway versus
Right.
stay with all the data silos and islands.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. How do you think about managing your day-to-day life, your health, and just finding overall life balance?
Yeah. So you can see after 26 years, I'm still very enthusiastic about the business, about the industry, because you really enjoy what you do, right? And how to balance. I do a lot of outdoor sports activities that keep myself, active, and the brain power. Always try to maintain brain power at the highest possible level. And you do a lot of different things. I read, or I travel, go to see different part of the world. Network with all different thoughts. So that way you keep yourself stimulated all the time. And, family is another big drive for us to work hard, right? So, that's another motivation so that, our work can actually benefit our families. So I think that not only for myself, for all our team members.
What do you read, and what reading recommendations would you have for us?
Yeah, so first of all, I read a lot about the latest scientific development, especially in AI, right? So look ahead, what may come. The current large language model, led by OpenAI and many other firms, I believe still at a very early stage. People talk about current AI is equivalent to a 7-year-old. So what will be in the future to match, a teenager and to match, mid-age, intelligent level. So, and another thing I read a lot is about the geopolitical environment, what that will need the economy to, right? So, and the current, everybody knows the tariff subject, right? What that could impact each area, in terms of technology as well as trade. So I also read a lot about management. So there's a book, quite a few books I recommend. For instance, a book called Know-How, written by Ron Sharon, and also Winning, I think by Jack Welch. And a lot of these, books, I recommend to my team members over the years. So, we try to do better with our day-to-day management and also the company culture. And those books sometimes, like our textbook, we can go reference how people, succeeded in certain areas of their business development, their, company culture. So those kind of books I read a lot.
How are you feeling about the state of the economy? How is the tariffs or anything like that affecting you? What's your overall outlook for the rest of this year?
Yeah, we are doing really well. So I guess we are not in particular trade. So we help people to become smarter with their trade decisions in some way to mitigate some of the risks. So, for instance, because of the potential tariff impact, people have to, reduce their risks, right, by, lowering unproductive inventory. So that's the reason probably why we get a lot of inbound calls these days. I guess our sales team is busy writing orders because they have to entertain all kind of inquiries. And over the years, we have, accomplished the reputation in the industry. So there's a lot of word of mouth and people heard about us from previous users, from previous customers or existing customers. So for us, I think so far so good. We don't know what's coming a couple of months down the road, but I believe technology will be an important tool for businesses to better weather the storm.
Yeah. Finally, we end every interview with the same question, and that is at CEO.com. We believe the chances one gives is just as important as the chances one takes. When you hear that, who gave you a chance to get you to where you are today?
Yeah, so one of my early investors, his name is Alan Patrikoff. So the company right now is very famous, called Apex, APAX.
Yeah.
Stands for his name, Alan Patrikoff, Associate Cross Border. He has been, my biggest mentor. Also, he supported us during those most difficult time. So he actually invested in 7thonline 2 months before September 11, July 2001. So if people, doing business back then, everybody can appreciate how critical those support meant to our business. And he is also such a great mentor. I still seek out advice from him, and he's still active in business world. He lives not too far away, up east side. I call him up for advice, and we meet up. So he's one of the most important mentors. He used to sit on our board, and I really have to appreciate the help and advice and the mentorship over the years he gave to me.
That's incredible. Max, thank you so much for coming on the show. What an honor. What an incredible business you've built. What a legacy you've built. Congratulations on all of that. And I hope to have you on again. That'd be great.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Thanks, Max. Have a good one.
Take care.